So currently my placement is at VMware in Staines, so it's a software company that build virtualization, cloud computing. My job title is a public sector service and business development intern. So what that means is that I basically have to support the public sector sales team. There's about 10 of them in many different ways. Most of it is data analysis, so lots of day-to-day would be reporting and pulling in historical data for their customers. But a lot of it, although it can seem a bit dull, there's a lot of like going to customer meetings and seeing the whole sales cycle. So it's great because you see the data part, but you also get to see it in action and the closing and quarterly reviews, and there's a lot of forecasting calls. So you do really, if you're interested in sales, it's great because you get to see a broad scope of it. The projects I'm doing at the moment actually differ from my job title and role. So I'm currently working with my boss to develop a social media campaign. There's also something the interns are doing. So there's about 20 of the interns in the company, and we're trying to raise £10,000 by the end of December as part of a Million Maker scheme, working with the Prince's Trust. So it's almost like a young enterprise apprentice kind of thing. What I really enjoy about the placement is probably the culture of the company. They're very eager to get the interns involved in as much as possible. So, this whole setting up of the Million Maker scheme is great because they said it will be a great bonding thing for the interns. They've also provided us with days out to make sure that we're also all getting along well. So we actually last week we went bowling in London and had a few drinks. It was really nice. Some of the tips I would give to people interested in the business course would be to just remember it is a numbers game. I think that was one of the issues I had, was I was thinking you can apply for a few and you'd eventually get something and it would all work out, but the problem is I think it got later and later when I was thinking, okay, I really need to start just sending it out there. I shouldn't be picky. And that's when, although they recommend doing Rate My Placement and all this milk round, there's so many different places. Like, the reason I got this job was by looking on LinkedIn. And it was completely separate. They didn't advertise it on these usual websites, which have a lot of competition from other interns. So, really kind of broaden where you look for the job.